Tonight, the chances of your vehicle disappearing from your driveway are a little less this evening.
Crime is quite often opportunistic, so the minute that it starts to get hard, the gangs move on.
The latest numbers show vehicle theft in Ottawa down significantly. We'll tell you where you are still most at risk. A new record for an Ottawa high-rise.
Given it would be next to the current tallest building in Ottawa, I think it's going to be a bit of a busy place.
The planning committee says okay to a 50-story building at Dow's Lake, throwing a shadow on the previous record holder close by. And how many of us can say we've spent a lifetime focused on growing?
I love the trees, I love the outdoors, the fresh air, and the exercise is healthful.
And what a lifetime the Christmas tree farmer who will mark his 100th birthday, still working on the Kempville Christmas tree farm as he has for 70 years. Good evening. We begin tonight with some good news when it comes to the fight against auto theft in the capital. New data from Ottawa Police shows a decrease in the number of stolen vehicles this year compared to last. As we take a look at the numbers between January and November of this year, just over 1,300 vehicles were reported stolen across the city, down from 1,460 in 2024. That's a drop of nearly 10%. CTV's Austin Lee joins us live in studio with more on this. Austin.
Well, Patricia, this is the second straight year that Ottawa has seen a drop in reported auto thefts. Obviously, that is a step in the right direction, but there is still a lot of work to be done. The city is still seeing more stolen vehicles compared to 2022 and previous years.
Auto theft is down in the nation's capital 2 years after record highs in 2023.
I use a club on my vehicle because of it.
I did get the security tag from the dealership because I feel like I have to have it.
Manny Gopal says his car was broken into last year, and now he's not taking any chances.
Since then, what I did was I had the lock that you buy on Amazon. So I put the wheel lock and that's it.
As for the hotspots for auto theft in Ottawa, Gloucester Southgate remains the go-to ward for criminals, with more than 100 vehicles stolen between January and November of this year. Alta Vista, a close second, followed by Rideau Vanier, Orleans South Navan, and College Ward.
Car theft is not going away. We have seen a reduction, but we're still, as you said earlier, talking about comparatives to all-time highs.
Despite ongoing challenges, the latest data is encouraging for Ottawa, and it points to changing criminal habits.
Crime is quite often opportunistic, so the minute that it starts to get hard, the gangs move on. And in this case, CAA has seen some movement to the west, so there is an increase, for example, in Alberta.
The most targeted vehicles? The Toyota RAV4, Dodge Ram 1500, Honda CR-V, the Ford F-150, and the Honda Civic. For some, that list impacted their purchasing plans.
The insurance was much lower for the same price cars. The insurance was higher for some cars which are picked up more. So that actually changed my decisions into which one I'm supposed to go for.
For Gopal, he's taking matters into his own hands.
So now I have the tag, so I'm good to go. So it's just gonna cost you $400, but then it's covered for 5-6 years, and that's it. You gotta take your own precautions to avoid that in the first place.
Now, many of the cars that are stolen here in Ottawa are then sent overseas to places like Africa and the Middle East. Ottawa police say at least 60% about last year of those stolen vehicles were recovered. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. You can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on that new data released by Ottawa Police on the hotspots for vehicle theft in the capital. A Little Italy could soon be home to not one, but two of Ottawa's tallest high-rise buildings. A city committee approving a plan today to allow Claridge Homes to build a 50-story building overlooking Dow's Lake. It will be located at Carling Avenue and Preston, right across the street from the current highest building, the 45-story Claridge Icon, which was built a few years ago. CTV's Kimberly Fowler joins us live in studio, has been looking into and looking up at all of this. Kimberly?
Well, Patricia, yeah, the buildings will tower over the neighborhood. The new one will have 503 residential units, nearly 200 parking spaces, and more than 480 bicycle spaces. The building will be located about a 2-minute walk from Dow's Lake O train station and close to the future Ottawa Hospital Civic Campus that's now under construction. The high-rise will house a mix of studios, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units, and on the ground floor there will be commercial storefront space available for businesses along Preston Street. Now, residents in the area, they have some mixed opinions on the development plan.
Given it would be next to the current tallest building in Ottawa, I think it's going to be a bit of a busy place now with the new hospital coming in as well.
I live at this one right now. It's too tall. It's unnecessary. It takes a lot of shadow away from our street, which is so nice to hang out on. I just don't think it needs to be that tall.
It's good for the city, isn't it? As long as it's affordable for everyone.
It doesn't bother me. There's going to be a hospital. We need to have more places for people to live.
Now, the developers originally proposed a 60-story tower before reducing that to now 50 stories. Now, this plan will go before City Council at next week's meeting on Wednesday. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Kimberly Fowler live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, the federal government is taking the next steps in its plan to drastically reduce the size of the public service in the coming years. Tens of thousands of employees are now receiving letters about early retirement options. CTV's Stefan Keys is live in studio with this. Steph.
Patricia, while this is likely worrying news for many public servants here in Ottawa, we have spoken with some in recent weeks who say they are ready to accept an early retirement package. Either way, suggesting it's a reality they are ready to face. Even then, the union says it could be a tough sell as people feel they need their full salaries in this tough economic climate. So we'll just have to wait and see how many will leave willingly. But here's what we do know for sure. The Treasury Board confirms letters are being sent to around 68,000 public servants who may be eligible to retire early. This is part of the plan to cut around another 28,000 jobs by 2029, as stated in the federal budget. The government is trying to do that through attrition as much as possible to avoid laying off younger workers. According to the Canadian Press, which obtained a copy of the letter, workers would be able to retire without incurring a pension penalty. None of this is happening right now. This is just meant to let employees know about their options, and the program will only be available to certain employees, and it sounds like they could have up to a year to weigh their options before making a final decision. Another thing we know, unions are paying very close attention to how this plays out. In a statement, the Public Service Alliance of Canada says it supports efforts to prevent involuntary layoffs, but any early departure program must be negotiated with the union because no one should be pressured into giving up hard-fought rights. The federal budget included this plan to implement a 1-year early retirement program as early as January. According to the Canadian Press, the application window is expected to open sometime early next year after the legislation passes, and employees who are approved for the program would have to retire within 300 days. Patricia.
CTV's Stefan Keys reporting live for us tonight. And we have extended coverage of the federal government's plan to offer those early retirement packages. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Still ahead, half a century of helping kids get to school safely. The story of Cornwall's dedicated crossing guard coming up. Oh, and as for retirement, well, she'll cross that road when she comes to it. And here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. It is a balmy 1 degree out there right now. That's it. That's about as much time as we get on the plus side for this week. So we'll take it while we have it, as Jackie Perez is taking a look at our weather for us and also taking a look at that toy mountain that we're building at Carlingwood, Jackie.
Patricia, thank you for saying balmy, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around what tomorrow will bring. It is anticipated to be our coldest night of the year so far for this season. Now, taking a look right now, the Arctic cold front that is moving through our region, it's already affecting parts of the province. So we've got for some parts of the region, that means a strong possibility of a brief intense snowfall moving through. So a snow squall watch in effect for Pembroke. So you can anticipate heavy snow in the overnight hours, anticipating between 5 to 10 centimeters. So this could mean reduced visibility in the evening. Right now, though, we are sticking to those, quote, balmy temperatures, 1 degree in in Ottawa, Brockville 1 degree as well, 2 degrees in Kingston, Pembroke, Petawawa sitting around -1. It is tomorrow, though, that we are getting minus double-digit temperatures that will take us as cold as -20, and that's not even factoring in the wind chill. We'll have these details and more, and of course, more here in Carlingwood Shopping Centre, where we help to continue to build a toy mountain.
Well, after months of delays, parents are finally getting an idea of how their kids are doing when it comes to standardized testing. The province released the EQAO test results today, and they show many students are struggling in certain core subjects. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us live with more. Caitlin.
Yeah, Patricia, standardized testing has been a concern in the province for years, and despite the latest results up a few percentage points from the previous 2 years, the education minister says it isn't good enough. An advisory committee will now be created to dig into student learning. At Pearly Health, where she works supporting seniors and veterans, Tori Poulin is also keeping an eye on Ontario's newly released standardized testing results.
I'm definitely worried about what's happening.
Her children in JK and grade 1 haven't done the EQAO test yet, but she says the concerns are already there.
I think the fact that the class sizes are so large, it's impossible really for teachers to identify the students that are going to need extra help, and those are where the gaps start.
The results, released Wednesday, months later than usual, were held back by the education minister, who says results aren't where they need to be.
There have been inadequate progress in reading, writing, and especially math. Half of grade 6 students and 42% of grade 9 students are not meeting the provincial standard in math.
And in Ottawa, the numbers are similar. In the Ottawa-Carleton District School Board, roughly 47% of grade 6 and 39% of grade 9 students are below the standard in math. In the Catholic Board, it's 42% in both grades.
Across the board, frankly, the Catholic Board does better than the English Public Board, and we have to find out why that is.
The province is now striking a new advisory committee to review how students are taught and tested. But teachers' unions say EQAO doesn't capture real classroom challenges, calling for the tests to be scrapped.
Especially over the last 5 years, coming out of the pandemic, where, greater gaps have emerged in our classrooms.
The education minister says the EQAO results are linked to, quote, dysfunctional trustee performance, which comes as he weighs the elimination of trustees across the province, with Ottawa's public board still under provincial supervision.
The minister is pointing at EQAO results and then pointing at trustees, and that's just not helpful. All school boards are struggling with special education. There are not enough EAs or SSLs there to support people.
And the minister says he'll name 2 members to the advisory committee early next year. He also signaled today that we won't get a final decision on whether he plans to abolish trustees by the end of the year as planned. Patricia?
CTV's Caitlin Wilson live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, CHEO is sounding the alarm about a concerning rise in flu cases here in Ottawa. The hospital says there has been a significant increase in the number of children coming to the emergency department since the start of cold and flu season. In November, the number of kids testing positive for influenza was 8 times higher than last year, and that resulted in twice as many hospitalizations for the virus. CHEO says most children seeking care have not been vaccinated, and they're urging everyone to get their flu shot. Well, 3 people under the age of 18 are facing charges after an alleged hate-motivated crime at the Billingsbridge OC Transpo station. Police say around 3:15 yesterday afternoon, the 3 young people directed slurs at a group of victims and flashed 2 tasers. A bystander intervened and was allegedly also threatened with a taser. The 3 individuals cannot be named under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. A 25-year-old woman is facing charges for having improper tires after a 2-vehicle crash in Kingston yesterday. This happened during the morning rush hour on Highway 401 in the westbound lanes near Sydenham Road. One person was trapped in their vehicle and had to be extricated by firefighters. That driver was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. OPP say the woman was driving with tires that were virtually bald. Ottawa police are warning people not to drive impaired this holiday season after an alleged drunk driver was involved in a crash overnight. Officers were called to the intersection of Dwyer Hill Road and Roger Stevens Drive just after midnight after a car drove into a ditch and hit a hydro pole. Police say the driver had a blood alcohol concentration nearly double the legal limit. A cyclone that hammered several countries in Asia has claimed the lives of more than 1,300 people, nearly 500 in Sri Lanka alone. The devastating damage has prompted Ottawa's Sri Lankan community to jump into action. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with more. Katie.
Well, Patricia, since the cyclone hit late last week, it's been a tense few days for those here trying to get in touch with family and friends. They're now hoping to raise $50,000 for relief efforts.
This roaring deluge unrelenting.
Oh, this is extremely hard, especially for that small, beautiful island that shouldn't deserve this kind of thing.
Ceylonta restaurant owner Ranjan Thanabalasingam hearing from relatives in Sri Lanka about Cyclone Ditwa's impact.
Some of them doesn't have even water supply at all. There's no electricity and flooding. They cannot get out of the house and there'll be no food.
More than 1,300 people have died in Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia and Indonesia as a result of multiple storms that caused catastrophic flooding and landslides.
There was a couple of people that went without hearing from anybody for about 2 or 3 days. Just to get cell phone coverage, they had to go to various parts where there's a cell phone tower would be available.
Ottawa's Sri Lankan community launching a fundraising campaign to help.
Supply drives, they need sanitation, they need water, they need medical supplies, that type of stuff. So we're looking at it from that sense to see how we can help.
Across the island nation, colossal cleanup continues. Community kitchens are full. Those near and far trying to do what they can.
Sri Lanka needs help right now, right? And I think any support that we can give as an Ottawa community is greatly appreciated.
Global Affairs Canada says it's providing consular assistance to Canadians affected as well as their families. The Canadian Red Cross says it's ready to respond if needed. Patricia.
CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you. And you can stay with CTV News for continuing coverage of the deadly flooding in Asia. For updates on radio, tune into News Talk 580 CFRA and CTV News channel at any hour. A full water service is expected to be restored in Pembroke this weekend, more than 2 weeks after a major water main break. The water main broke November 21st, prompting the city to ask residents in Pembroke and the Laurentian Valley to conserve water as much as possible while repairs were underway. Those repairs were completed today with water test results expected by Friday. Full water service is set to resume Saturday evening. Well, the holiday season is a special time for many, but this is a particularly meaningful year for one Eastern Ontario Christmas tree farmer. Pud Johnston is marking a milestone. He's now 100 years old, and as CTV's Dave Charbonneau reports, he's still hard at work at the family business he started more than 7 decades ago.
At Johnson Brothers Tree Farm near Kemptville, Ontario, owner Pud Johnson is still moving through the fields just as he has for 73 seasons.
I love the trees, I love the out of doors, the fresh air, and the exercise is healthful.
At 100 years old, Johnston is out here most days tending to the trees he has spent a lifetime growing.
Well, I stay fit, I watch my diet, I keep my weight down, I get adequate sleep, and I can still do a little work, about 3 or 4 hours a day.
The family business first opened in 1952. Now, decades later, his son Kerry works on the farm, watching his father continue the work he loves.
I think that it's almost impossible to believe. There are no old people working the same way that my father is.
And as generations of families return to the farm each year, Kerry says they have watched those customers grow up.
We have children who are now adults that come here that remember, Dad and Mom and the activity, but now they have children. And that's quite a thing that, we have that longevity.
We've been married and together for 60 years. Yeah, a long time. Yes, I think we should cut this one down for our family room.
According to his wife Sheila, the trees are what keep him moving every day.
I think he needs his trees. He needs to come out and get the exercise. Probably needs to be a little, have some alone time, maybe.
And even at 100 years old, retirement still seems to be more of a joke than a plan.
When are you going to retire?
This year.
Yeah?
I think I've retired already.
For now, Pud Johnson is happy right where he's always been, among the trees for another year of Christmas memories. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Okay, guys, that's why I'm here. I love the kids. I love working with them.
He's still working because he needs some alone time. I love it. And coming up, we introduce you to another impressive Eastern Ontario resident, Cornwall, celebrating her 5 decades of service to the community as a school crossing guard. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. Look who we found here at Carlingwood Shopping Centre. We've got Teresa Kavanaugh. What are you doing here?
I'm dropping off a toy for the Toy Mountain. It's great.
You. And
One of my favorite places
talk
here.
about the need here, because you come each and every year.
Yes. We know there's a lot of kids that just don't get Christmas presents, and it's such a sad thing. So we've got to make an effort. And I've seen the communities. I've seen the love in the communities as well, that people are really trying to give, and I really appreciate it. So
we appreciate
everybody who's giving.
Thank you, Teresa. We'll hand that off to Glenn at the Salvation Army. I also want to shout out this wonderful crew, PB&J Quartet, bringing us some Christmas joy and spirit.
And may all your Christmases be white.
Here's a live look through a Centennial glass sky cam showcasing Sparks Street. Current temperature sitting around the freezing mark.
Frontline Credit Union and the Ottawa firefighters are so proud to support the Toy Mountain this year.
New unwrapped toys can be dropped off at any Ottawa Fire Services station or Frontline Credit Union locations.
Frontline Credit Union, Ottawa firefighters, and Toy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
Well, taking a look at the late drive home on this Wednesday evening, traffic moving fairly well on the Queensway again tonight. Well, every school day, crossing guards play a key role ensuring kids get there safely. In Cornwall, one woman has dedicated half a century to that mission. And today, Rose Durley was honored by friends, neighbors, and the city for 50 years of helping protect her community. Here's CTV's Tyler Fleming.
Okay, you coming across?
To get to school, Beatrice Good must navigate this busy Cornwall intersection.
And I bike in hot weather, and I always cross here, and so I always see Rose.
You're welcome.
Crossing guard Rose Durley, who's ensuring children's safety.
That's why I'm here. I love the kids. I love working with them. I get into it, and I can't get out of it. What's going on here? A party.
And her dedication hasn't wavered in 50 years. The city unveiled a plaque and bench on Wednesday in Rose's honor, marking her 5-decade commitment.
I never expected all of this.
We always talk about the important role that educators play in kids' lives. You know, crossing guards are a part of that.
An emotional event for her daughters.
There's so many children she's helped through that have had difficulties in life, and she's always been there with a wholehearted spirit of you can do it. You can move forward. You can make your life better.
I'm very proud of my mom, Rose. She's very dedicated to stand out in the freezing cold.
She's such an inspiration, you know. Mom's 83 and she still works so hard, and she has her own house, and I'm so proud of her.
Even her granddaughter, Rose, named after her, used to cross here.
And I used to come here after school and hang out, so we go back home and hang out, and she made me her famous poutine.
Longtime friend Jeanette DePatty worked with Rose.
Thanks, Jeanette. We're all proud of her, proud of her. Something I never dream of. It was so awesome. The whole crowd that was here.
And neighbors like Dunk Walker, whose kids and now grandkids still cross here.
She's a great person to have her, and the kids still love her, and she still loves all the kids.
Is that me up there?
After half a century and keeping countless students safe, Rose sees no end in sight.
No, I'm not going to retire. No, not yet. I still feel good. Healthy.
Today is for Rose.
She touches all of our lives.
But for her, it's still about the kids.
Oh, I'll be back here at 2 o'clock, 2 to 4, because I got some small little kids getting off of the bus, little from 4-year-old up to 8. Yeah. Now you're safe. I love it.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News, Cornwall.
Good for her. Congratulations to Rose. Well, after yesterday's bitter cold, things did warm up a little bit today. Temperatures hovering just below the freezing mark for much of the afternoon and then getting above zero briefly. But that cold is expected to return in a big way tomorrow. And Jackie is going to break all of that down for us as we're bracing for that cold to arrive, Jackie.
Yes, Patricia, I've already brought out the extra pairs of pants as well as possibly my snow pants as well. If I'm going to be out for several hours tomorrow, make sure you wear on layers and you bundle up because it will be quite frigid. And we mentioned it right now, temperatures sitting about 1 degree. This will be the warmest in the next 24 hours as cloudy conditions will maintain. We might see a little bit of flurries moving in through the overnight hours, but that overnight low, -11. Factor in the wind chill, feeling more like -18. And yeah, tomorrow, that's not doing a double take there. -12 is what our daytime high is going to be because temperatures will start to drop as well. And overnight lows with that cold air moving in, especially for our friends in Pembroke. There is a snow squall watch in effect. So with the cold weather, there's going to be brief intense snowfalls, could be between 5 to 10 centimeters. That will be in the overnight hours. And then we're looking for mainly cloudy skies for most of our Thursday. So yeah, very cold conditions really moving through with some flurries potentially moving in by the time we get to Friday as well. The good news is, though, is that the cold minus double-digit temperatures won't stick around very long. It is going to moderate by the time we get to the weekend. Now, tonight's lows here in Ottawa, -8, -13 in Bancroft, -4 in Kingston, and about -5 in Montreal. Tomorrow's daytime highs, well, we talked about here being about -9, -12 degrees. It's going to be about -4 in Kingston, so warmer along the Seaway. Brockville, Cornwall sitting around -6. And Mont-Tremblant, Montreal sitting, or Mont-Tremblant, I should say, -11 and -5 in Montreal. So that Arctic air really moving through parts of Canada. It's -17 in Goose Bay, -4 in Fredericton. It's slightly warmer in Windsor and Toronto where temperatures are still hovering around the freezing mark, but you could already see at Thunder Bay, Timmins sitting around -15, which is very similar to our friends in Saskatchewan where temperatures are pretty cold, but it seems to have warmed up for our friends out in Alberta, sitting at the freezing mark, 6 degrees in Vancouver. Now the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Center. Visit their website to nominate someone to win the gift of hearing. So Thursday, a few flurries, and then Friday to be cloudy conditions. Saturday, there is the chance of periods of snow, and then Sunday into Monday, we could get some sunshine moving in, but the temperatures really going to be below the freezing mark and staying frigid and cold here in the capital. Ready to make this holiday season truly unforgettable? Well, Charm Diamond Centers is here to help. As a proudly Canadian family-owned business for over 50 years, they've been creating countless cherished love stories, and we're making it even easier to give the gift of a lifetime. You have the chance to win a spectacular $2,500 Charm Diamond Centers gift card. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to visit ctvottawa.ca. Good luck. All right, we are hanging out here at Carlingwood Shopping Centre. We're Toy Mountain. We've got lots of toys here. A lot of people have already donated as well, so it was really nice to see. We are hanging out here until the 7 o'clock hour, and we will be speaking to more wonderful guests here in a little bit. Back to you, Patricia.
All right, sounds good, Jackie. Thank you. Well, if you are a last-minute Christmas shopper, this could be for you. We'll tell you about Amazon's new same-day delivery options here in Ottawa.
Saint Laurent is proud to once again be part of Toy Mountain this holiday season.
Bring your new unwrapped toys to any Toy Mountain location like ours, conveniently located right by Center Court.
Saint Laurent and Toy Mountain helping families this holiday season.
Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Ottawa residents can now have their Amazon purchases delivered even more quickly, just in time for the busy holiday shopping season. Amazon Canada is expanding same-day delivery service in Ottawa. There are now 4 same-day delivery options, including 2 added daytime and afternoon windows. Same-day delivery is only available for Amazon Prime members. Well, the Ottawa
we know
Police
that
Service
women just cannot opt out of having.
Hustler again. And Zumwinkle strikes! Just like that, it's 3-0. We're 7 minutes into this game. Well, not the start we anticipated.
The Ottawa Charge were on home ice last night, taking on the Minnesota Frost. The team struggled to get up on the board, and by the time they got one in the net, the Frost already leading by 4. The final score in that game, 5-1 for Minnesota. The Charge hit the road for their next game in Toronto on Thursday. The Ottawa Senators finishing off their 7-game road trip on a much better note. Brady Tkachuk getting his first goal of the season against Montreal. It was a very comfortable win for the Sens. Final score in this one, 5-2. They play again tomorrow night at home against the New York Rangers.
We know that women just cannot opt out of having their period, so period poverty is a real thing.
The Ottawa Police Service is looking for donations of personal hygiene products for women as part of its annual Purse Project campaign, which is now in its 10th year. The project collects sanitary and hygiene products for women in need. Donations are being collected until December 14th. We want to go back out to Jackie now at Carlingwood, where that Toy Mountain build is well underway. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We've kind of moved locations because we found a very comfortable seat. This is the Santa's Village, or I should say Grumpy Santa's Village. Hopefully he doesn't come around because he knows we stole this couch. Talking to the Carlingwood folks here. Oh, there he is. Quite an appearance.
Not awkward at all, is it?
No, thank you for letting us use your couch. Caitlin, talk about just the excitement here at Carlingwood Shopping Center, not just with Grumpy Santa, but also with Toy Mountain.
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, every single day, Toy Mountain's coming by to take toys out, hand them out to families all across Ottawa. It's been absolutely amazing to see. Yeah.
And who is this?
This is my son. This is Thomas. So if anyone's looking to donate toys, they do need toys for kids ages.
Toys, thank you. Thank you.
French. Taking toys for Toy Mountain, but he might return them.
Mount Crumpet is Toy Mountain. I've redesignated it.
He's redesignated.
Toys to me.
Until December 19th. Rob, just talk about, you see that donation bin every single day. What's it been looking like as we build this Toy Mountain?
So the spirit of giving's in full force right now at Carlingwood. Every day we're coming and there's like a mountain of toys. We're bagging up toys. Toy Mountain's coming and picking them up daily, and it's just really wonderful to see, you know, that spirit of giving is full and alive here. Yeah, so.
Thank you so much. And again, we are at Santa's, or Grumpy Santa's Village. Just behind this chair is where the drop-off location is. Glenn, again, talking about the drop-off locations across the city.
Yeah.
Where are they?
ToyMountain.ca. All the locations are there, and you can give and make a donation online as well. But of course, Carlingwood Shopping Centre, the other locations across the city, Access Storage, Best Buy, Walmart, great spots to drop off a new unwrapped toy.
Thank you so much. I'm starting to smell something in the air. I don't know if it's the breeze. Grinch, what do you have? Is that an onion? Is that an onion I see you eating? Is that your meal for tonight?
Yeah, it's a little on the moldy side, though, just the way I like it. You want some?
I'm going to pass for now. We're going to ask Patricia, do you want me to save you that onion? We'll take it back to you in studio, and I can pack you some if you want.
Usually I'm jealous when you're out on location, Jackie. Not today so much. Thanks for that, though.
I'm sure the tariffs did not help, but I did already notice a drop because of the exchange rate.
Well, several months into Donald Trump's trade war, the effects are certainly being felt here in Canada, but how is it impacting Americans? Just ahead, we'll hear from those living in Michigan.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Well, the Bell Media Building is lit up beautifully for the holiday season, thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. U.S. tariffs have led to hundreds of layoffs at Algoma Steel in the city of Sault Ste. Marie. Just across the border, it's Twin City, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, a place that prides itself on having a bond with its northern neighbor. But is that city also feeling the pain? Well, CTV's Heather Wright took a look.
The Sault Ste. Marie International Bridge spans 4.5 kilometers, connecting the two Saults on either side of the St. Mary's River. Two cities, two countries facing similar challenges.
Definitely, there's been a pinch.
Jennifer Riatoir owns The Mole Hole, a shop that caters to both locals and visitors, though fewer Canadians are stopping by these days.
I'm sure the tariffs did not help, but I did already notice a drop because of the exchange rate.
Riatoir has been in business for more than a decade, but in the last year, she's watched as her margins have been squeezed thanks to tariffs.
Some of our vendors do try as well to absorb it for a while, but ultimately they pass it on to us. We absorb what we can, but we also can't absorb everything. There's just not enough room for it, and so everybody pays for tariffs.
While tariffs are most acutely felt on imported hard goods, prices have also risen at the grocery store.
Everything is going higher, and we're doing okay, but I think there's a lot less fortunate people that have to really struggle, and I don't know how they make ends meet.
It's a struggle Dan Trevisanute is trying to help with. He's a barber in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and is offering discounted pricing to all Algoma employees as his way to give back.
It's the least I can do, and a little bit of affordability to offer these people dignity, because they'll be looking for jobs, and there'll be a lot of people just going to be in a bad way.
An increase in social service needs was expected here in Sault Ste. Marie before the layoffs, a need that is only expected to grow now. Heather Wright, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Well, coming up, we meet our Myers Team of the Week. We'll be joined in studio by a local high school ultimate Frisbee team. The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
Well, it's time to meet our Myers Team of the Week. Teams are invited to send us a video to describe why their group is the greatest. Tonight, we're joined by our final team of 2025, the St. Francis Xavier Coyotes Ultimate. Ah, the beautiful fall colors there. Love it. Ultimate Frisbee, a fast-paced game. The program at this high school has continued to grow over the years. These students from grades 9 to 12 practice twice a week, and last school year they qualified for the Ultimate Canada High School Invitational and finished top 10 in the country, which is amazing. And those were beautiful scenes playing the Ultimate Frisbee, and they're joining us now in studio. So, Nora, some people out there maybe never played Ultimate Frisbee. We've thrown a Frisbee around on the beach, but what exactly is Ultimate Frisbee?
Well, we're working the disc up the field to an end zone, kind of like football, catching, throwing long throws, and score in the end zone same way.
So kind of like football, working it up the end zone, but then there's a lot of running, which is kind of like soccer or basketball.
Yes,
or,
lots of other sports.
Busy and exhausted. Do you love it?
I do love it.
Yeah, awesome. Maya, what has it been like playing with this group and having the kind of success you guys have had all together?
It's been so fun. Going to nationals is such a great opportunity, and I think with this team it'll be so fun.
And that happens in May?
Yeah.
You're going to use maybe a little bit of the money that you're getting from Myers here today to help you, because it's expensive to go to those competitions,
yes, very
right?
expensive.
Yeah.
This money will be very useful.
Yeah, and can you carry on and play Ultimate Frisbee in university?
Yeah, you can. Through Ultimate Canada, they even have nationals for University Ultimate too.
And who's better at catching the Frisbee, like you guys or like the dogs that we see out there at the... that was the halftime show at the football game this year. The dogs
are pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good, and they're willing to practice hard. What will you miss about this team and the camaraderie and everything when you move on?
Definitely the people. I love that I can have like a bad day at school and then I can go to practice and I can leave smiling. So definitely just like the community.
And you guys are dedicated, right? You play outside and then you move indoors, and yeah, awesome. All right, we want to bring that money in. Myers is here to support you guys, and this is kind of cool, an Ultimate Frisbee team. I think that's a first for us. How excited are you to be supporting them as they continue with their season?
We're so excited to support your team and to see what you guys will do.
Absolutely. All right, good stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Your little primer on Ultimate Frisbee there today.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Well, coming up, it is an annual December tradition. Spotify Wrapped is out. We'll share the top artists here in Canada and right across the world. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We are hanging out at Carlingwood Shopping Center, and hey, every Toy Mountain location we go to, the wonderful crew from Move 100 is here, and yeah, they got the ornaments here, limited edition, $10 each for you to purchase. So come by to any of our Toy Mountain locations when we show up here. I do want to do a special shout out once again to the wonderful PB&J Quartet, who have been entertaining us with their lovely vocal sounds. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam showcasing Spark Street. Current temperature about 1 degree, but with the wind chill feeling more like -4.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Well, tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, how much did Canadians spend on food in 2025? We'll break down the annual food price report Thursday morning. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa starting at 6 a.m.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Well, here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
Crime is quite often opportunistic, so the minute that it starts to get hard, the gangs move on.
Well, the number of car thefts across the capital down this year as police step up efforts to crack down on the crime, and vehicle owners take their own precautions.
It's too tall. It's unnecessary.
A new high-rise building near Dow's Lake is one step closer to becoming a reality. At 50 stories high, it's on track to become the tallest building in the capital.
More diverse population in terms of their needs is causing, greater issues for our members.
The province releases the EQAO test results after a delay, and they show many students are struggling with math. One final check on that very cold forecast. Back out to Jackie at Carlingwood now, Jackie.
Yes, Patricia. Taking a look at conditions, tomorrow will be the coldest day of the weekend. When we look at conditions tomorrow morning, -11 is what we're going to be. That's Grumpy Santa, not excited about the weather that we're getting for tomorrow. With the wind chill feeling closer to -18, and we're only getting to a daytime high about -9, and then temperatures will dip to about -17 going into Friday. Things will start to average out. -5 is the daytime high for Friday, -1 for Saturday, and then things are going to start to get much cooler again when we start the early week of next week. Sunday into Monday, it's going to be -18 with only a daytime high of -10. So very chilly, very cold and frigid conditions, but that's an opposite feeling and warmth here at Carlingwood Shopping Center. Grumpy Santa entertaining us all night. Glenn Van Gulik, how are you liking the weather?
You know what? It's going to be cold tomorrow, but if you want to warm up, pick up a new unwrapped toy and drop it off. I know you'll feel warm after that. That's for sure.
Yes, and this is one of the many drop-off locations, Carlingwood. What other locations are there?
Yeah, lots of right across the city. Visit toymountain.ca. You can make a donation there or find all of the locations. And then on Monday, you and I, we're going to be out at Access Storage on Leggett Drive. So if you want to join us there, drop off your toy there. Come on out.
Yes, thank you.
Mount Crumpet. You can drop off your toys at Mount Crumpet.
At Mount Crumpet as well, also known as Carlingwood Shopping Center. Thank you so much, Grumpy Santa. Rob, thank you for having us here at Carlingwood.
For coming
we really
out.
appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has come out today to share their talents here and help us build a toy mountain once again. We'll take it back to you in studio, Kimberly, Patricia.
Grinch is really grinching
Oh,
there.
it sure
and Monday is looking like it's really Mondaying as well. Those temperatures are pretty brutal, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. Kimberly Fowler is here. Want to take a look at what we are working on for the 11:30 tonight, Kimberly?
We'll keep an eye on things happening here in the capital, of course, and we'll have more on a housing bill that was passed at Queen's Park last week that's raising concerns that it can make it easier for landlords to evict tenants. But some groups, especially those representing smaller landlords, say the changes are needed because a small number of professional tenants are abusing the system to avoid paying rent and moving out. And you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca, and join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
All right, good stuff. Will do. Thank you. And finally, for us here tonight, is one of the most anticipated lists, I would say, of the year for music lovers. The Spotify Wrapped is out.
Angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so wild with the ordinary.
Saw him live at City Folk this year. Ordinary by American singer-songwriter Alex Warren was the top song in this country, though when it comes to Artist of the Year, Canadians went homegrown with Drake. The Toronto rapper also ranked 4th in the most streamed artists around the globe. Last year, that title was claimed by Taylor Swift, but she has been dethroned by reggaeton superstar Bad Bunny. And did you look at your Spotify, your Apple?
I dare I say I'm not cool enough. I don't even have a Spotify account.
My list is embarrassing. It's Apple Music. It's all Taylor, and then a bunch of Broadway musicals.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
All right, we want to say goodbye to these guys. They are not lame, holding that
Not at
Frisbee.
all.
There were a lot of footballs, stuffed animals getting thrown around tonight. We didn't see the Frisbee getting thrown, but best of luck to St. Francis Xavier.